Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Saskia. I'm a yoga teacher and I'm passionate about making yoga accessible and available for everyone. Today we're going to do a fairly short flow, and I'm going to use my 2 blocks for most of today's class. So I would suggest you grab some blocks if you have them. So I'm just going to show you today what your yoga practice can look like if you're using your blocks, because they really help make a lot of poses more accessible. It just makes things a little bit easier. So if you normally struggle with the sun salutation or other poses, then feel free to join in. So let's get started. And we're going to start with some sun salutations actually straight away. So we're coming up to standing. So I'm going to move my blanket out. So come to stand at the top of the mat. And you want to stand here so that you feel stable. So that might be with your feet parallel, or you might want to have your toes pointing out a little bit. Your feet might be hip width apart or wider. Maybe your feet are together. So see what works for you. Maybe just rocking, and you can close your eyes for this. Rocking a bit and then coming to stillness once you've found your stable position. And when we're there, take a breath. Breathing in deeply into the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We'll do that twice more. Breathing in through the nose. And the last one, breathing in. Exhale through the mouth. Roll your shoulders forwards and up. And back and down. Maybe your palms shine forward slightly. And just stand here for a moment, breathing, feeling into the body. Feeling the stability. And when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open. And we'll start with our sun salutations. So I'm going to place my blocks right in front of my feet. And let's start. So as you breathe in, you bring the arms up to the side of the body, all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale once more. Maybe bending back slightly. Exhale, hands come all the way down, maybe bending the knees until your hands reach the blocks. Exhale here. Inhale, fingertips on the blocks, and we're coming up halfway with a straight back. So you may need to bend your knees here. Exhale, folding all the way down. On the next inhalation, we're going to step the feet back into a plank. You can do this on your blocks, or you can move the blocks down to the side. I'll show you with the blocks this time. So in a plank, we'll take a breath here. Inhale here. Exhale, bringing the knees down. And for this, I'm going to just move the blocks to the side. And that's gone all the way down to the floor as you exhale. And then inhale, we're keeping our hands sort of underneath the shoulders. So if you can push into your hands slightly to bring your upper body back up. Exhale down. We'll do that once more. This is Cobra pose. Inhale, coming up. Open your chest. Exhale down. And let's bring the hands back a little bit. Push yourself up into tabletop, and then we're going to use our blocks again to come into downward facing dog. So I would suggest you place the back of your hand sort of on the ridges of your blocks to give you stability. And from there we tuck the toes under, pushing up and down. You may need to adjust your feet slightly. Breathing here, maybe you place your feet a bit wider to make space for the belly. And maybe your heels reach the floor, maybe they don't. All of that is fine. You can bend your knees as much as you need to if the back of the legs are tight. Just making sure you're really pushing your hands into the blocks, trying to straighten out your upper body as much as you can. And on your next inhalation, we're going to bring the knees down again. And we're going to move this block out to the side and stepping your right foot forward. So from here we're coming into a low lunge. So find your stability, and on an inhale, bringing the arms up. If you find that you are prone to just dumping the hips down in this pose, like I do now, you can try and tilt the pelvis slightly and really engaging the muscles around the hips and the thighs to work your body in this pose. One more breath here. Exhale, we bring the left hand down, and you can place your hand on the block if you want. And then tucking your left toe under and pushing the knee up off the floor. And from here, we come into an easy twist, so bringing the right hand all the way up. One more breath here. Exhale, bringing it down, left knee comes back down, and remove that. If you want, you can use your blocks here again, like we did at the start, bringing them to the top of the mat, pushing your hands into the blocks, and then stepping your left foot forward. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, coming up halfway with a straight back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bringing the arms up, maybe into a slight back bend. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Let's take a breath here. Maybe adjust the feet if you need to. Catching your breath. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. And we'll do the same on the other side. So inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale in front of the heart. Inhale, raising the arms up all the way, maybe bending back slightly. Exhale, arms come all the way down towards your blocks. Inhale, we come up halfway, the fingertips on the blocks, maybe bending the knees, back is nice and straight. Exhale all the way down. And from here I'm going to show you without the blocks this time. We're going to step into our plank. So one by one, stepping your feet back. Taking a few breaths here. Engaging your core muscles. Tightening your glutes. Exhale, bringing the knees down and come all the way down onto the mat. And we'll do those cobra raises again. So inhale, and maybe this time your hands come up off the mat with you. So inhale, raising the chest up. Exhale down. One more. Exhale. Bringing your hands back slightly, pushing into your tabletop, and we're going to come into down dog again. So again, bringing your blocks over, maybe adjusting your clothes if you need to. So once again, our hands sort of on the ridges, because if your hands are on the top of the blocks, they can sort of slide forward a bit. So this just gives you more stability. And we're going to tuck our toes under, and then lifting the hips up and back. You can adjust your feet, maybe widening the knees to adjust and make space for your belly. And you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Breathing into this pose, maybe paddling the feet, stretching the back of the legs. One last inhalation here. Exhale, bringing the knees down onto the mat. And this time we're going to step our left leg forward, coming into our low lunge. So once again, you can sort of tuck your pelvis, really working the lower, the muscles of the legs and the thighs. On an inhale, bring the arms up. And let's breathe here a couple of times. One last inhale. Exhale, bring the right arm down. I'm going to show you without the block this time. So right hand's on the mat. Tuck your right toes under. Push your right knee off the mat. And then your left arm comes all the way up into your easy twist. Couple of breaths here. One last inhalation. Exhale, bring the left hand back down. And from here we're going to step to the front. So once again, I'm going to use my blocks. Place your hands on the blocks. And then we're going to step forward with the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, fold. You can bend your knees again here if you need to. Inhale, coming up halfway. With a straight back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. And release the hands. Allow yourself to catch your breath. Maybe shining the palms forward. Perhaps allowing your eyes to close. And we'll close our practice with a more restorative pose. So grab your blocks and then come down to your mat. And we'll place our blocks at the top of the mat in a T shape. So the blocks are like this on the mat. And I'll show you on my back what that looks like. So one block is going to be sitting right in between my shoulder blades, and the other one will be supporting my head. So you can do the same thing. So placing your blocks like so. And if you feel like that's a bit too rigid, you can always take a blanket and just sort of place it over the top just to make it a bit more soft. So just see if that works for you. So once you've got your blocks in place, turn over onto your back. And then you may need to adjust a little bit to find the right position. So just sort of slowly come down. So I notice I need to scoot forward a little bit and then come down onto the block. So the first block is sitting right in between your shoulder blades, and if you're wearing a bra, it will be sort of hitting right on that clasp. So that's when you know it's in the right place. And the second block is underneath the head. Now, if you feel like this is too much on the neck, you can always place the second block on a higher level. So So it'll be like this, so that you've got a little bit more support. So see what works for you. And once you've found your position, you can either stretch out the legs like so, or you can bring the feet together, let the knees fall out either side, and then placing your hands either on your tummy, on the inner thighs, or you can let them fall out to the sides, palms facing up to the ceiling, as if you were in Shavasana. And from there, just relax. Allow yourself to be heavy. Allow your eyes to close if you're comfortable. Allow yourself to rest. Because even though it was a short practice, it might still have been intense. We still moved our bodies. So you deserve to take a rest in this supported fish pose. So just let yourself be still. Maybe your mind can slow down as well. Just taking a few breaths here. Just taking a few breaths here. And when you're ready, you can place your hands at the back of your head and then pull your head up, moving your chin towards your chest. And then pushing your elbows into the floor. Slowly come up. And we're going to come to a seated position. I'm going to sit on my block. So if I elevate my hips, it's much easier to sit cross-legged or to sit like this. It allows me to have my back straight. So let's close our practice. You can close your eyes here if you're comfortable. Bring your hands together in anjali mudra in front of your heart. And we'll close our practice with a cleansing breath. So take a deep breath in through your nose. And out through the mouth. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe and check out my website if you want to practice with me in person or on Zoom. Bye.